First, I want to thank my friends over at KnitPicks for sponsoring this video. I absolutely love my KnitPicks products, and I always link everything down below in case you want to support me and shop through my affiliate links. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a very fun day because KnitPicks just released some brand new colorways of Felici, and I'm going to be bringing you through all their brand new colorways with some fun coordinating stroll tonal, as well as hawthorn. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. As well, you can shop through my KnitPicks affiliate link in the link down below this video. That just means at no extra cost to you, I will earn a commission if you purchase through them. I always greatly appreciate all of your love and support through it. Let's dive right into the KnitPicks Felici. First up, we have Desert Rose. Now, Felici is you will always see a special reserve because what happens is they will come out with brand new colorways every few months and they're only here for a limited time. So if you are interested in any of these colorways, hop on to KnitPicks ASAP and grab some yarn. Now they always come in these cute 50-gram balls. Typically you need 2 of them for a pair of socks, but a lot of people can get away with just one, making some shorties, or if you have some leftover yarn or other coordinating yarns, you can definitely do some contrast heel toes and cuffs and get a full adult pair of socks with 150-gram. But if you're not sure, might as well grab 2 of them, and if you only use one, well, you have a second one maybe for your friend, or you can make 2 pairs of socks for you and your best friend. So this one I absolutely love. It's called Desert Rose, and each one is 218 yards per 50 grams. And I do have to say that this batch of Felici is soft. I did notice that their previous batch wasn't as soft as their regular Felici, but this one seems like the old Felici. It has beautiful pinks and blues and purples and a little bit of gold. So I decided to pull some skeins from my stash that I thought went really well with this brand new colorway. First up, we have Stroll. Now, I decided to pick these 2 from my stash because I thought that they went really well together. Stroll is 231 yards per 50 grams. If you're using this as a contrast, I would definitely you just need to get one, or multiple one if you want to use them for future projects. The first one up is Dogwood Heather, and I really loved how it matched up with the lighter pink. Really thought that it went nicely together. There is a different, or actually that darker pink. It's kind of in the middle, but I do think that it would look beautiful paired up together. Really love that. And then I decided to pick up Treasure because what I didn't really notice but was that little tiny here of like burnt orange. You guys, I don't know how well you can see that, but in person it is almost the same color. This one is a tad darker, but I think using Treasure as a pop of color would be absolutely stunning. Now this game has it a little bit more on the outside, so you can see how well these would go together. I think that would be so beautiful. And it does look a little bit darker as well because this is all together rather than this one is just over other colors, but wow. So let me grab 2 of these and you can really, like, they are extremely similar in color. Like I said, the Treasure is a little bit darker, but I think it would look amazing paired up with this Felici. If I go over to Hawthorn, I have 2 skeins here that I thought would be really beautiful with this pair of Felici. So Hawthorn comes in these beautiful hanks, and they are 357 yards per 100 grams. Now, they are not the same base as the Felici. I would say Hawthorn is a little bit, it's more of a high twist yarn, not as soft as Felici, but extremely durable. If you're looking for something to use for heels, toes, and cuffs, Hawthorn is amazing. And if you only use a little bit, you can make a full pair of socks out of your leftovers. I decided to grab Camellia and Daphne, which I think go really well together. This is Daphne and really goes nice with that lighter pink here in the Desert Rose. Now, if you want to highlight more of that darker pink, then I would definitely go with Camellia, but I think my top pick would definitely be Daphne. So you can see those together. Now, I will say I do not own every single color of Knit Picks Hawthorn and Stroll, so I'm just pairing them up with the ones that I have. You could potentially use other ones from the website, but these are the ones that I have and I wanted to share with you guys. Next up on the list is Game Over. Now, this was one that I wasn't crazy excited about when I saw the skein on the website, but when I saw it in person, I absolutely love it. I love this light blue. It's really beautiful. So this one, I decided to pair it up with some Stroll. Now, I will say this orange is extremely hard to match. So I decided to try and go with some of the blues. This is Stroll in electric blue, and I really think that it goes nicely. Now, it's not the exact same color, but it's really close to this stripe right here. And I think that it would match up really nicely. But if you're wanting to go off more of a lighter vibe, I also pulled Wonderland Heather. And this one, you can see kind of pulls more of that lighter color here rather than the darker blue. So if you were to do that, you see kind of the difference. Also, this one seems as if it's like right in between these two colors, so that's why I pulled both of them out so you could see the difference. I also decided to pull out Pumpkin. I do know that it is darker than the orange here, but I still think it could be really fun as a pop of contrast, depending on how you're wanting your socks to knit up. So that's it for the Stroll. I decided to pull one skein of Hawthorn. This, I want to say, is Nymph Kettle Dye. And this one I thought went really fun with it. More of that lighter vibe. Kind of around the Wonderland, but more of a greenish tint. I just thought that it was super cute together and for you to kind of see that contrast of different colors. So that is Game Over. Next up, I have Red Rocks. Now this one, I wish I had some more of the yellow in my stash, but I don't. One that I think would go really well with this is Stroll Poppy Field. If you have it, I don't have any more left. I've used them all because I really love that color, but I wonder if that would be beautiful with that yellow. So the Red Rocks, I decided to pull one skein of Stroll. This is in Hollyberry. And it is a little bit darker. This one is more of like a purplish, but I do think that it looks beautiful with it. So you can see it's a little bit darker, but it's still really beautiful and kind of pulls in that red. But if you're wanting more of a purple vibe, I decided to pull Hawthorn in Contessa. So this one is really a nice, beautiful purple. And I do think that it goes almost perfectly. It really pulls in this purple right here. I think this one, you guys, I think this is a match made in heaven right here. I pulled in this red, but I really do think that this this one is the match. So this would be Contessa, and the red here is Volcano. So that would be Volcano, but I really do think that Contessa is almost a perfect match for it. The next one is probably one I was most excited about is Base Jump. I love some neutral colors because I knit for multiple people in my family, and this one just really spoke to me with the blues and the grays. I really love it. I love how it look, this gray and then the green and the blues, really love it. So I didn't have this exact green in my stash, but I decided to pull. First up, I have, this is Stroll Fingering in the Stroll Tonal, 462 yards per 100 grams. This is insanely soft. Stroll Tonal, I would say Stroll Tonal would have to be the softest, squishiest yarn in Stroll Tweed that Knit Picks has. It's incredible. And it's also durable. Love it. But look at this, you guys. Look at that match. It pretty much is perfect. I would say that this color is Dove Heather in Stroll. Like, look at it. So beautiful. And when I saw these two together, I thought, well, jeez, that's perfect. I also decided to pull a white. If you wanted more of a white vibe with it, to tone it down, but I do think that I would definitely go with a gray for that stripe. I also tried to match up the blues, but none of them really popped out. And this one, orange, is more like a bright, bright pumpkin orange. So when I put it next to the pumpkin, it didn't work. So that's why I decided to try and go with this gray. I'm really excited about this skein. This might be one of my next cast-ons is the base jump. I'm super excited to see how it knits up. Now this one, I had a harder time finding a colorway that would match it. So this is Summer Nights. I do love it. It is beautiful, kind of these pinks and purples and oranges, a little bit of blue. I had nothing in my stash that really matched this. So I decided to pull Electric Blue again for this one. And I do think that it pulls this blue really nicely. It's actually almost identical. This really was the only thing I could find that went with Summer Nights that I have in my stash. I wonder if some of the purples that Knit Picks has in their stroll line would go with it. But that would be about it. So I really enjoyed how these went together. So again, this is Summer Nights and Electric Blue. Next up, I have Mermaidtails. Now, I know a lot of people were excited about this color, and I can see why. I love the variation of the purples and the blues. They are beautiful, and I can see their inspiration as well for the names. I love this deep purple stripe. Really, really pretty. So for this one, I don't have any purple in my stash of these colors, so I decided to play with the blue. Now, this one is, again, their Wonderland Heather. The blue is a lot lighter. This one is more like kind of a pale blue, but I do still think that it's beautiful together, and I think it would make really, really pretty socks. And then I also grabbed some Stroll Tonal. This one is in Frozen Tonal, which I think these are super cute together. Really plays with that light blue. Again, this is a little bit of a darker blue. I couldn't find a perfect match, but I honestly think either one of these would be really, really nice. So you see this one is a lighter blue, and this one's more, I would say, like a greenish blue. So these are really, really pretty. I'm excited to get a pair of this cast on as well. Absolutely love it. Can you believe it? We are already at our last brand new Felici colorway. I decided not to include the colorway that was a repeat from the last time. I just wanted to focus on the brand new colorways that Knit Picks had. So this one is also one that I was very excited about, and it's called Under the Sea. I am a sucker for all of a good neutral sock. You can knit this for anybody and they would be so happy with it. I love the greens, the grays, the blues. It's just so beautiful. I would have to say that this one and Base Jump are my two favorites of the brand new batch. So I pulled two Stroll. This one is in the Rainforest Heather. It's a little hard to see, but it is a beautiful, beautiful green that I thought would go nicely with this. It's not the exact same color. This one's more a little bit like a foresty green, and this one's more of like a really dark green, but I do still think that they would make a perfect match. Now, if you're wanting to go with more lighter, this one is Dove Heather, which is pretty much a staple in my stash. Dove Heather is my favorite gray of Knit Picks, hands down. I love it so much. And I do think that it goes really nicely with Under the Sea. It's really nice. It's not the exact same color. You see that there's a difference, but I do still think that it'd be beautiful either one of these if you would do it. Now, if you have a recipient that loves some color and a pop of color, then I've got it. You can use Hawthorn in Cattail, which really plays with this like mossy green and is almost the exact same color. I mean, come on. That is so, so beautiful. Honestly, I think for me, I will probably have to use Cattail with it because it is just too perfect not to use it. So that is it for my Knit Picks haul. I also grabbed on the Knit Picks website this fun sock ruler. Now this is great when you're measuring out some socks, and it has some fun measurements on the side. It also has some fun details. Really, really nice, and I thought that it is super well made. I really like it. I will link it below in case you're interested and really want to catch up on getting all of the sock knitting supplies, because I think that this is a definite tool that is a must-have in my stash and is going to be something that I'm going to be referencing a lot. Really excited.